Everybody, welcome back. So if you saw my last video, or one of my last videos where I got those two Cetme kits from Apex, you notice that one of them unfortunately had a few issues with it. I got in touch with the good folks over at Apex, and they did some searching, and they told me, just hang on to the parts you got. We're going to send you some new parts, and if you guys recall, and you go back and reference that video, you're going to see that I had a cracked stock on that Cetme kit. In addition, I had an extractor that was also cracked. Looked pretty bad, and I dare say it probably would have failed quickly. But they dropped this UPS box in the mail, 2-day shipping. I'm really impressed by that. To send me out my replacement parts free of charge, and today we're going to check it out, see what they sent me. I'm curious to see the condition. Of course, I don't expect a whole lot. This is, replacements. But they didn't have to send me replacements, but I'm very happy that they did so. This box is really stuck together well. Let's see if we can get this thing open. The reason I'm doing this is it's also taped on the end, in addition to being glued. Let's see. Packing slip out of the way. Alright, got an empty box. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, so what have they sent me? Let's find out. Sending replacement parts. It just says sending replacement parts. Alright, I have no idea. They did throw a neat little swag item in there. Cool little hard plastic Apex sticker. That's kind of cool. Didn't expect that. Other than that, there's really nothing in the box. So let's check this out. Nice. Well, as you guys just saw, I have to blur out what I just showed on the screen because that unfortunately had my name plastered all over it. So while I take that off screen, I'm going to get the parts out. We're going to remove that pesky bag, which just showed all my personal information. Let's check out this handguard. I think I said stock earlier in the email. My apologies. It should have been handguard. Here's one that's actually got some trench art on it. That's kind of cool. Adds a little bit of character. But we got one without cracks. It is of the good condition. I will say it falls in line with the good condition ones. There's quite a bit of trench art on it. Kind of like some of your AK trench art, which I think is pretty cool. Just adds character to it. Handguard with no cracks. Thank you, Apex. Very happy about that. And then, of course, we have the extractor, which, as you guys saw in that previous video, had a big crack in it. And I don't know how well you can see this, but there's that new extractor with no cracks on the face, which is exactly what I'm going to need for that bolt. So, huge thank you to Apex. You guys are awesome. I know I harp on this quite a bit. You guys hear me all the time on YouTube. If there's ever an issue, reach out to them. If you have special comments for an order, they usually try their best to try to adhere to those comments. Like in the case of my Whalum 48 mags, I wanted some with brown base plates, and that's exactly what I got. They had them, and they honored that request. So kudos to Apex. Kudos to their customer service. I've always had great experience with them, especially if we ever encountered any issues with an order, like my parts kit mug. Anyway, sent me a brand new mug. Thanks again, Apex. But as always, guys, they're by no means sponsoring this video. However, if they would love to work with me on said channel, I would not I would not complain one bit whatsoever. It would certainly help out with the cost of things. But anyway, if you guys are interested in stuff like this, make sure you check out Apex. Make sure you check out some of my other videos. As always, big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you guys for all your likes, your shares, your comments. More great content on the way, and until next time, you guys have a great day.